Fire is one of the first natural forces tamed by humanity. It can cook food, provide warmth and light, and destroy forests and cities in an instant. We use fire every day, but few people truly understand what fire actually is. From a physics perspective, it's not solid like rock, not fluid like water, and not invisible and colorless like air. So, is it a solid, liquid, or gas? Let's explore fire through the lens of science. The answer might surprise you, and even challenge your current understanding. Fire is visible, yet untouchable. This strange trait, seen but not grasped, filled ancient civilizations with awe. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus once claimed that everything comes from fire. Aristotle later went further and classified fire as one of the four elements that make up the universe, alongside earth, water, and air. In Eastern traditions, fire held equal importance. Ancient Chinese texts describe fire's upward movement as its defining nature. In India's Upanishads, fire was a sacred medium that connected sacrifices to the divine. Fire also took on a central role in religious rituals across cultures. It was not just a tool for survival, it became a bridge between humanity and the divine. In the Bible, God accepted offerings by fire, such as in the story of Elijah on Mount Carmel, where fire from heaven consumed the prophet's sacrifice. 1 Kings 18. In Leviticus, burnt offerings were a central part of worship. In the Quran, fire is mentioned in stories such as that of Prophet Ibrahim or Abraham, who was thrown into the fire by his people for rejecting idol worship, but was miraculously unharmed by God's will. This showed both the destructive and the symbolic power of fire in God's hands. Various other cultures also use fire as a form of spiritual communication. In Hindu rituals, fire, Agni, is the mouth of the gods, receiving offerings during yajnas, sacrificial ceremonies. In Zoroastrianism, fire temples house sacred flames that are never allowed to die out, symbolizing divine truth and purity. In Buddhist and Shinto ceremonies, fire is used in purification rites. Even today, people in many cultures burn incense, paper offerings, or candles as a spiritual act, seeking protection, remembrance, or favor from higher powers. In 2019, a video went viral showing what many believe to be a miraculous event inside Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where during Orthodox Holy Saturday, a mysterious fire is said to appear spontaneously. Nate Carden explains how each year thousands of Christian pilgrims pack the church in anticipation of the holy fire, a blue incandescent light believed to be the presence of Christ, that ignites an oil lamp resting on the rock where Jesus was laid after his crucifixion. The Greek Orthodox Patriarch, after praying inside the tomb, emerges with two bundles of 33 lit candles, symbolizing the years of Christ's life. The flame then spreads from candle to candle throughout Jerusalem and eventually to churches across the world. As you can see from the video, the miraculous fire doesn't burn people's clothes, as if it's alive and filled with consciousness. While many regard the event as a genuine miracle and a powerful affirmation of Christ's resurrection, skeptics point to the lack of transparency during the ceremony and question whether the fire could be lit by natural means. Could this be a real supernatural sign or a deeply symbolic ritual rooted in centuries of tradition? What do you think? For thousands of years, this mystical perception of fire persisted, blending spiritual awe with natural observation. It wasn't until the 18th century that scientific thinking began to offer a new perspective. At that time, Many believed in phlogiston theory, the idea that flammable materials contained a mysterious substance called phlogiston, which escaped during burning. Some even claimed metals became heavier after burning because phlogiston had negative mass. French chemist Antoine Lavoisier debunked this theory. In a sealed glass experiment, he heated tin and found that its mass only changed when outside air was introduced. This proved that burning is not the release of phlogiston, but a chemical reaction with oxygen. From that point on, science began unraveling the true nature of fire. What kind of matter is fire? If we try to classify fire as solid, liquid, or gas, none quite fit. Wood burns down to ash, solid, gasoline vaporizes and burns as gas, and oxygen in the air becomes carbon dioxide and water vapor. But the flame itself is neither the starting material nor the final product. It's a phenomenon created during the burning process. Take a candle flame. When lit, the wax heats, vaporizes, and breaks into molecules like methane and ethylene. These react violently with oxygen, producing carbon dioxide, water vapor, and lots of energy. That energy excites the atoms in the flame, causing electrons to jump between energy levels and emit photons, what we see as light. A flame contains more than just hot gas. It includes unburned carbon particles, which cause smoke, water vapor, combustion gases, and charged particles like free electrons and ions. This mixture can conduct electricity, a hallmark of plasma, the so-called fourth state of matter. So fire isn't just hot gas, it's a chaotic mixture of gas, particles, and plasma moving violently at high temperatures. Fire in different environments. The shape and behavior of fire change dramatically depending on the environment. On Earth, gravity drives convection currents, giving flames their teardrop shape. Hot air rises and cooler air rushes in to replace it. But in space, such as aboard the International Space Station, there's no gravity-driven convection. Flames form into soft, glowing blue spheres, burn more slowly, and produce less soot. They look like floating orbs in meditation. Even underwater, extreme microorganisms near hydrothermal vents can burn sulfides chemically at temperatures over 350 degrees Celsius, creating heat without flame or light. This silent, fireless combustion shows that fire isn't always visible or dramatic. All of this proves that flame isn't a stable form of matter. It's a dynamic structure, a temporary state in which energy is released. Scientists now agree. Fire is not a material. It's a process, a transformation of chemical energy into heat and light. Just as a waterfall isn't a special kind of water, but a certain flow of it, fire is energy in motion. When you see a flame, you're watching energy released by fuel molecules breaking apart. The ripple of that release contains photons, ions, and electrons, all dancing in the air to form what we call fire. Because fire is dynamic and is always moving and changing, many psychics and spiritual people use it to help with meditation and seeing visions. One common method is candle gazing, also called tretaka. In this practice, you sit in a quiet, dark place and stare at a candle flame. After a while, your mind starts to calm down, and some people say they begin to see shapes, colors, or even visions in the flame. These images might be seen as messages from your inner self, spirit guides, or the spiritual world. This type of meditation is also believed to open the third eye, which is linked to intuition and spiritual awareness. There's also a spiritual belief that lighting a candle at night during meditation can help protect your spirit, especially if you try to have an out-of-body experience, OBE. Some people believe that when your spirit leaves your body during meditation or dreaming, the candle acts like a guiding light to help you return safely. If no candle is lit, they say you might get lost or face dark energies. This is more of a spiritual idea or myth than a scientific fact, but many people take it seriously in their practice. Another method is fire scrying, where you look into a flame and try to receive visions or messages. Psychics say that by watching the flame closely, they sometimes see symbols, faces, or short scenes, like a movie in the fire. Some feel the presence of loved ones who have passed away, or receive insights about the future. Even if not everyone experiences the same things, fire continues to be seen as a powerful tool in spiritual work. It's not just light and heat. It's seen as a doorway between the physical world and the spirit world. But as with any spiritual practice, it's important to be careful, stay grounded, and learn from someone experienced if you're trying something new. Fire has captivated humanity for millennia, not just because it gives light and warmth, but because it resists easy classification. It's not solid, liquid, or gas, but a transient form of energy transfer, a fleeting moment where chemical energy becomes light and heat. To scientists, fire is often considered a form of plasma, but more than that, it's a process, a bridge where energy transforms from one form into another. When we watch a fire flicker, light a candle, or spark a campfire, we're witnessing one of nature's most extraordinary physical events. Fire was humanity's first technology. It marked the beginning of our dialogue with nature.